Friends, I came to Castle Rock today for a tour of the city. And I'd like to introduce you to my new best friend, Nancy. Okay, we've spent the day just freaking out over all of these gorgeous plants. The day is not even done yet. I was like, Nancy, can we see your garden? Nancy, can we see your garden?
We built in a little bit of time just for you,
We
Kate.
did, yes, because I was like, I know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I wanted to just capture a little baby tour of Nancy's garden. And I already know I need to dive in to some of these pots. I've already requested a cutting.
We'll make
This
sure.
is what happens when you get plant nerds together. But Nancy, you moved here in
2005.
Okay, 2005. And that's when what was here?
Nothing except
nothing.
a few junipers and azaleas in front of the porch.
Oh,
and a little bit on the corner.
That's like, I feel like junipers and azaleas, they handed those out with cotoneasters in like the 40s or the 50s.
Yeah.
They were like, feel welcome.
There's a few good azaleas.
There
but
are some
no, I
good
haven't
ones.
met a juniper I liked really.
You've got it.
Well, we did have the bones. So Kate,
had
sorry.
some bones.
And that's one of
Okay,
the things that
okay.
Jim said, that this place had bones and it had
Good.
bones between us and the road.
Yeah,
So
which is huge.
yes.
Which is huge.
Right.
But you've also added so much vibrancy of color.
Thank you.
And also tropicals.
Well, the big palm on the corner we brought with us
Okay.
from the nursery in a big old pot. And it was
Oh.
one of the first things in 2006 that Jim planted when we revamped this bed. The banana was also planted in 2006. Some things are rescues, some are. One of my growers down in Junction City gave me a 4-inch of that palm that had started from a seed.
That started as
Yeah.
Do not tell me that was a 4-inch.
Yeah, it was about this big. And it was in a pot for a while, but when Jim redid this bed, he took a lot of plants that were in pots and put them in this bed. And then the big palm on the corner has given us babies. So in the greenhouse, you'll see my new babies.
Oh my gosh. And for those of you who have not been here before or just kind of tuning in, Nancy is a former nursery owner. So you're a collector in a way.
Yeah,
I feel like
I have my pets.
you've got your pets, you've got your babies.
Well, that mum is from my mom, and it's kind of like taken over the world by
Yeah.
in a little bit. But that was a football mum that my mom started from a cutting from a football mum years and years ago.
Yeah.
And after she passed, I brought the pot here, and so I just keep propagating it and passing it out to family. And
I
stuff.
love it.
We just call it Mama's Yellow.
Mama's
So,
Yellow.
Mama's Yellow Mum.
I love
Mama's mum.
it.
This was all from leaf duff, of course, and the trees dropping forever and a day. And I told Jim I wanted a grove of white birch. So we got put the Jacquemontes in to give the white trunks in the wintertime. And a lot of them were, plants we brought from the nursery or the grace. I saw the grace at a nursery up in Kingston, actually, and said, yes.
Yeah,
and I said, I need that.
It's so beautiful.
A wall of different cotinus along there. There's the Golden Spirit and the Grace, and then there was a purple one, but we lost it. And so this is the guest room, and it's in a southwestern theme. Okay. And so we have the palm, and we've got the things that kind of say Arizona desert, only that's gotten big, it's grown.
This is gorgeous right here.
It is, but I found the baby palms around there a couple of winters ago, but they're in the greenhouse now. I've dug them up. The pathways were by necessity in order to water. We do not have the deep well 100 gallons per minute we had at the nursery. It's 65 feet and 11 gallons per minute.
You're slumming it.
So we have found that we need to be, it's wonderful water. It's just that we find we have to be conservative because the aquifer, it takes it longer to refill. So we have to pause, wait. And it's good. It's taught us to be conservative, and we can't run hoses all the time and multiple sprinklers for hours at a time. So we've learned to be conservative and what will bounce back with a dry down. And the hydrangeas take a hit in the summertime that are underneath the understory, but they come back. So I told you about the plants I'm growing for Castle Rock.
Yeah. So is this the Castle Rock collection?
Yeah. So this is and I talked to you about Burgundy wine.
Yes.
And so Dave had some monies for the new landscape at the restroom. So I got 10 of the Burgundy wine, and then I've got the Bobos and the Urban Legends. We got this grass from Emerald Coast. It's called Red Dragon. And it's getting ready to turn. It's a pennisetum. No, excuse me, it isn't. It's a miscanthus.
How tall does Red Dragon get?
It's going to be like any of the larger miscanthus, about this high with the stalks up. And
great texture.
And then here's the little doozy as I was telling you about. And I had to give them a haircut because they got too big, but they're coming back really nice.
This is Ducia cherry.
Yuku cherry.
Yuku cherry.
Yeah. Yuki, I guess. Yuki cherry. Well, I cut it back is what I did. And of course, now the temperatures are dropping a little bit, so it's starting to push it better too. And then this was the area what we call the fuchsia garden area, but we were given, I don't know, 200 or 300 hardy fuchsias. And some of them said tender, and they said plant them all. And that was the whole point of a trial, is to see. So the uprights went in here, so some came back and some didn't, but that was what the whole point was. So they used to all have tags, but not anymore. So this is the area that Jim turned over to his bonsai collection. So every time I have some plants that I'm going, I probably shouldn't keep that maple anymore. Oh, let me bonsai it, he says. And that's the wellhead, so he covered it up with stuff for the grandkids, but the grandkids are too old, so we gave it to Julia's kids. So Julia's kids could have a secret trail. That is, yeah, that's Ristalis and mistletoe. No, it goes in.
Oh, I was going to say, like, there's no way this is outside.
There's a old man's beard on the deck, or excuse me, an old man's beard on the front porch, and a Terra on the deck. And then, I ran into it with a car. My old work Honda, not the new one.
You ran into it?
So now it's garden art. Yeah. This whole row is 2025, except for the twisty baby.
Are we allowed to say what these are? Are we allowed? Okay.
That one's going to end up at Paul's new bridal pavilion, because down on the end we did the purple plums.
Oh, yes.
And so he had to take out a birch, so I said, we'll put that in there in the bride's right.
Can I tell you how jealous of this I am? It's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is so gorgeous. And the color on it and the glossiness of the leaf is insane.
Jim says, you sure we can't find a place for it here? He says, oh, it's going out to Mayor Paul's. Stairway to Heaven.
Oh. Whoa.
And it blooms twice.
I did not even see. You couldn't have told me that this was a styrofoam.
It blooms twice. These are going to go by the new restroom at the end of North Trailhead.
No way.
They're going to go in that really narrow bed right beside it.
This is beautiful. Is this one is one of the new introductions as well?
Yeah.
20 feet. That's a fabulous size.
And stays skinny. And you see how the stairway idea came in?
Yeah. You know what?
And very columnar.
I'm always looking for items that I can use in city gardens because we have such compact growing areas.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Yeah. And I told them when I saw it, and they had them in the new garden showcase, and there was 3 of them. And so I told Patty, I said, I need 3 of those. And she goes, well, we might be able to have you 1. And I said,
but what about 3?
I need 3. So I went down and talked to Robinson, and I told him, I said, I can go out to McMinnville and get 2 more. And there's budget. I can buy 2 more. And he goes, oh, he says, the others are going to the reps. He says, you can have 3.
Wow.
So there'll be 3. Can't plant just 2. Can't plant just 1. And then this is a viburnum.
No.
And I said, oh, that's a laurel. And he said, look, it's got flowers on it. It's a viburnum. And I said, no way. Oh, look at that. Somebody voted for it at Far West. It was in the new. It was in the new. See, look.
No way. Okay, so now this is a little unusual. I don't meet a lot of homeowners who have one of these bad rides in their house.
This is my playhouse.
Okay, so did you bring this with your nursery?
No.
Or did you build it fresh here?
We built it. But Jim did. Well, with a contractor. But the thing is that I wanted room in this property for 100 foot. 30 by 96.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't going to happen. And I said, there's no flat ground, because he had to build up the back in order to make it flat.
Yeah.
And then we were still delivering plants, and so we would have racks. We'd roll the racks in here, so we needed it so that it was level. So we'd roll them in here. So anyway,
this isn't just a hoop house. Like, you have
air. It's getting there now, but we got double wall poly on the top, and
I was also looking up here. Is this an insulating layer?
It is insulating as well as shade.
That is very cool.
So it keeps the heat in the wintertime, and it also keeps the shade. Makes it a little bit cooler in the summertime when it's hot.
And this is your potting shed?
Yeah, that came from the nursery with us. It was actually there when we bought the nursery in 1985. Isn't it to die for? But these are the new ones. Yeah, there's 3.
You're lucky I don't have my car with me.
3 different new ones.
These will be jumping in my car.
So the tags are somewhere, but anyway, you'll recognize them from the 2025 new. And maybe we'll walk around ponds up on the deck. Okay. We'll go out the front porch, and I got some of the leaf joy. in the house as well as in the
awesome.
front.
The texture that you're building and the variegation in the leaves.
The
This
all
is chef's kiss.
this all dies down to nothing and comes back every year, including the black and blue.
Is this camellia or
No,
chameleon?
that's the they used to call it persicaria.
Oh yeah.
It's a variegated persicaria that just has its own mind and does its own thing. I think I planted it over here, and now it's over here.
Behaved. That can get a little unwieldy.
Yep, but it behaves itself here because it can't go anywhere, I guess. There's where that gherkin came from. See, it's going clear up to the ceiling.
Gosh.
And then there's a little mini me cucumber planted in there with it that is the sweetest thing with no spines. I love it. Ella does this.
It's a riot of color.
My granddaughter does that with all the plants that are left over from when I do my commercial pots.
Your granddaughter does this?
She's in college now and a junior, so I may not get her for many, many years. Here's one of Jim's ponds. And when we expanded the deck, we saved the footprint because the deck used to end at the side of the house.
Yeah.
But we knew that we needed it bigger for more people.
Yeah.
And so we put the footprint the same because he knew he wanted to put a pond in here. So the first one he built was here. His big koi from the nursery is in there.
Oh, this is from the nursery?
Yep. Nugget's in there.
His name is Nugget?
Nugget was given to him for a birthday when he was about 3 inches long. So these are my begonia pets.
All of your begonias.
So these I winter over every winter. And
there's a scented one that's peach.
Yeah, it is.
That one?
Yeah, it's a peachy. I did. And then in 2008, this is what started the whole thing. I ended up with a bonfire basket. And the tubers it wasn't a 12-inch, and there was 4 tubers, and 3 of them made it, and they were all in one pot for a while, and then they got so big, and so now we have bonfire.
That is
But see, they take sun. So this gets sun on this side, and then of course shade on the other. So they're here every year.
So this is a self-seeded begonia with incredible stem color. That is absolutely
And I put
bananas.
the black mondo in there because I found it
Perfect.
growing in the black mondo down by Jim's pond. So my citrus, I've got Meyer lemon, Kiefer lime, and a Beers lime. But they go into the greenhouse in the wintertime. But
oh my gosh, what is this one?
that one's a lime. That's a Beers lime.
Killing me. These are Northwesterners. We can't do this here.
Yeah. No. You know, because I bring tubs of them, don't I, Sharisha, to the vet. And then the Kiefer, I just sent a bunch of them to my cousin.
Oh my gosh.
And then the Meyer.
Oh my gosh.
And then the Meyer's covered too. I always worry whether all the blossoms will set, but they usually do. But they're hardy to. But this one is most tender. Whoops. This one is the most tender as a Kiefer. But it'll even in the greenhouse because I don't heat the greenhouse, so it'll even drop all the leaves and cut it way back, and away it goes.
Oh my.
You want some? You zest it with your Thai food.
Oh, is that like so good? So good.
And then the leaves in coconut milk with rice.
Please tell me you're doing takeout and you're zesting this on, because if you're making it from scratch, I'm dying. I'm out of here.
It's just for us.
Oh my gosh. This is so incredible.
So we had to have the deck bigger to accommodate plants. And
this is like
and people.
Scope creep with plants.
We had 30 people here for potluck Thursday night, last Thursday.
Smell heliotrope. Yeah, you do smell heliotrope right there, girl.
Yeah.
This is.
Isn't that something? That one is the one I gave the starts to the high school. And you know what? It's gonna bloom. It's got a bud. It's not bloomed. This is the 3rd year, and it's not bloomed.
This is sexy.
Be careful.
So good.
Be careful.
Oh.
Don't trip over my hose.
Yeah, we are accustomed.
But I think. Wow. Oh no, here it is, right here. I think it's gonna bloom. I think it's gonna bloom.
Oh,
whoops.
My goodness.
Somewhere down in here is a Far West thing.
Oh, there it is.
But then from here, so we leave it a little bit open, and then we can see the pond from up here. Thank you. I got Ella. She's nailed it. She's done this. Ella, my granddaughter. I had foot surgery in 2018, so she and my grandson, 2 years younger, helped me pot my pots that year, and then she's done them every year since. So now she's going to be 21.
Yeah. So
let's say 26 years. Yeah, she's 14.
Ella, if you're watching this and you want a seasonal job,
She's in Hawaii right now.
She's in Hawaii.
She goes to the University of Hawaii at Manoa.
Oh, she does.
Yeah. But I've got.
I'm always I'm always looking.
I've got King Tut, Baby Tut, and Queen Tut.
You got the whole royal
Got
family.
the whole royal family.
Oh,
and we're deciding which one we're going to put in the planters that stay wet all the time. And I think it's going to be the, let's see, because we've done Baby Tut before, so it's got to be Prince Tut. Prince Tut, the smaller one.
Oh, we got it. Wait, there's more? There's
well,
more?
we're just going to walk out the front porch. But my Tibocina finally. Yeah.
Look at your truffle.
Yes, yeah, the Brugmansias. This is the second grow, second time.
It is. And obviously you overwinter this.
Nope. I start over because then I never get the 2 cycle of bloom if I just do from the beginnings of one that goes dormant.
Wow.
Because I don't heat. And so I just get bloom in October and that's it. So by getting a start from roseate and an M, then I get a nice flush first and then it rests and then I get another flush. So no, it's worth the $25, let me tell you.
Do it. $25.
And then this is my mom's fuchsia.
Wow.
This is Sporty Rose. So my mom has that registered with the Northwest Fuchsia Society.
Oh, she
Bev Gage fuchsia. Yeah, she found the sport and then went through all the hoops and everything you need to do to have it registered. It's actually a sport of hidcoat beauty.
No.
And then she got Sporty Rose out of it.
Okay, so it's genetic.
It comes the love of flowers. Here's your ginger. Here's your ginger, Teresa. It does look like the Xeris shades, doesn't it? The Xeris shades. We're going to get a cutting of that on the way down the stairs. So don't mind, we've been getting ready to go. But these are going to end up at the high school because Julia's had these, not these particular ones, but these are new. Patty sent these to Julia because she has had the 3 that she got last year in her classroom since last year with no light all summer long. Wow. No light, no heat, nothing. And
happy as little clams.
Yes, and that's what they're supposed to do is they don't care.
I love
that. But see my tropical view out. Wow. So I get to work and look at that. See, so this is one of the Leaf Joy.
Oh, Leaf Joy.
This is one of my favorites. I love this.
Oh, I love that.
It just feels like alligator skin.
It's an alocasia, and it feels like an alligator or a turtle or something.
Yeah, it's got wonderful foliage. No, these are the alliums. Oh, wow. No, sorry. Well, it is an allium, but it's the big hardy garlic that comes up in the corner by the palm every year. And I have no idea if it has garlic cloves or not, but I cut the flowers off of it.
You guys, this is so fun. I am so tickled to share this garden with you because this is a plants woman's garden and it's playful and it's fun and it's adventurous. And this is it checks the box for everything. I'm getting emotional. It checks the box for everything that I love about gardening and I love about gardeners.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you for inviting me.
We've had a lot of fun today.
We've had a darn good time. The party continues. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one. And in the meantime, please say hello to your garden for me.